Gentlemen, imagine this moment. You're waiting in line at your favorite coffee shop. You're partly paying attention to the menu, half scrolling through your phone, and then suddenly you sense it. That tingling feeling on the side of your face, that instinctive awareness that someone's eyes are on you. You glance up, and there she is, a stunning woman looking right at you. For a split second, everything freezes. Inside your mind, a storm of thoughts collides. Wait, is she really looking at me? Was that just coincidence? Should I look back? Should I smile? What if I look weird? What if she's not actually into me? And before you even figure it out, the moment slips away. You look off too soon, or worse, you stay frozen, doing absolutely nothing. Later, you replay it endlessly, wishing you'd known exactly what to do. Well, today, I'm going to make sure you never feel that regret again. I'm Stephanie, and welcome to The Manipulated Mind, where we decode the science, psychology, and hidden techniques of attraction into clear, practical steps you can actually use. What I'm about to share isn't a pickup trick. It's a 7-step psychological guide that will make you feel calm, assured, and naturally magnetic whenever a woman looks your way. Plus, I'll reveal the #1 silent mistake that kills attraction instantly. This isn't theory. This works in coffee shops, bars, gyms, on the street, anywhere. Miss even one of these, and that moment will slip right through your hands. Master all 7, and you won't just get her attention, you'll hold it effortlessly. Step #1. Win the eye contact game. Here's the truth. Eye contact is one of the oldest and rawest signals of human connection. Before words, before handshakes, before small talk, there were just 2 sets of eyes locking across a distance. When a woman looks at you, you're inside what I call the eye contact game. It sounds simple, but most men lose without realizing it. Here's how it works. The moment your eyes meet hers, you hold it. Not in a creepy or staring way, but in a steady, grounded way. Let your gaze say, I see you. I'm not nervous. I'm comfortable being me. But here's the golden rule. You should be the one to break it. Not immediately, not after 2 seconds, but at that natural moment when it feels like you've both acknowledged each other. Why? Because if she looks away first, she might feel pressured. But if you break it first, you leave her with that tiny spark of curiosity. Why did he look away? Was he interested? Does he not care? That small touch of mystery is powerful. It's not intimidation or submission, it's confidence with control. Think of it like a friendly game of chicken, except you're not trying to force her to look away. You're winning by showing you could have held it but chose not to. Pro tip. While holding eye contact, soften your gaze slightly. If you tense up, you'll appear angry or hostile. A gentler look communicates warmth, not threat. Step #2, smile deliberately. Now, let's add something crucial to that first step. When she looks at you and your eyes meet, there's one thing that can either spark her interest or shut the door instantly: your expression. If you give her nothing, no smile, no warmth, her brain instantly files you under unfriendly. Even if you're nervous, don't let your face go blank. But here's where most guys mess it up. They flash a quick, awkward grin, like they're checking a box. That doesn't work either. What you need is a deliberate smile, not rushed, not exaggerated. A smile that says, I'm confident, approachable, and I'm not here to pressure you. When you smile like this, her brain releases a tiny hit of oxytocin, the same bonding chemical tied to trust and warmth. It's the difference between her thinking, oh, he's just some guy, and, he actually seems interesting. And here's the beauty. Even if you don't talk to her right away, smiling more in general changes how people respond to you. It's a micro signal that you're secure in yourself, and people, especially women, are drawn to that energy. Step #3, break the voice barrier by saying hi. All right, you've locked eyes and shared that smile. But if you stop there, it's like a movie cutting off halfway.
Before she can see you as someone she might want to know, she has to see you as someone she can actually talk to. This is where you break the voice barrier. It doesn't require a pickup line or some rehearsed opener. In fact, the simpler, the better. Even a confident "hey" paired with that genuine smile does the trick. It tells her you're not afraid to engage, that you're comfortable making a move, and that you're treating her as a real person, not just an object of attraction. Psychologically, the moment you speak, you shift in her mind from a random stranger to a possible connection. And here's the thing, 90% of men never take that step. They stand there, overthink, and walk away, while she forgets they ever existed. Breaking that voice barrier silently says, I'm confident enough to make this moment real. Step number 4, decide if you actually want to talk. Here's a truth most men never consider, and it's where you instantly stand out from the rest. Just because she looked at you doesn't mean you must approach her. This is where self-control becomes more attractive than eagerness. Most guys treat any attention like a green light. She looked at me, I have to go talk to her. But confident men, they pause. They check in with themselves. Ask yourself, does she truly interest me? Is she my type, or am I just reacting to her beauty? Would I still want to talk to her if I knew her personality? That quick self-check does 2 powerful things. First, it protects your standards. You're not chasing every chance that comes your way. Second, it shows you're selective, that your time and energy matter. That mindset is rare, and women can sense it immediately. It says, I'm not just chasing any attention, I'm choosing who gets mine. If she is not for you, no stress. Just return to what you are doing, calm and confident. That subtle move alone radiates self-assurance. But if she is someone you'd like to get to know, then it's time to move forward, carefully and intentionally. If you're finding these insights helpful so far, make sure to subscribe to The Manipulated Mind, like this video, and share it with someone who could use a little boost in their confidence game. There's still a lot more you don't want to miss, so stick around till the end because the best parts are coming next.
Step number 5. Wait for the second eye contact. This is the point where most men get too eager and ruin everything. They think, I caught her looking once, now's my chance to rush in. But attraction, when handled correctly, is like starting a fire. You have to let the spark build before you add fuel. Your next goal isn't action, it's confirmation. And that confirmation comes from the second glance. Here's the psychology behind it. The first eye contact could have been pure accident. Maybe she was just glancing around. But that second look, that's intentional. That's interest. Now, here's the tricky part. You can't make it obvious that you're waiting for it. You have to relax, stay present, and act naturally, but remain subtly aware. Think of it like fishing. The bait's already in the water, now you're just waiting for the bite. When you notice that second glance, a few things have already shifted in her mind. She's remembering your earlier eye contact and smile. She's wondering if you're still noticing her. And she's already imagining what it might be like if you talk to her. Pro tip, that second eye contact often lasts just a heartbeat longer than the first. That extra moment, that tiny pause, is your green light. From that point on, you're no longer guessing. You know she's at least open to interaction, and that changes everything. Step number 6, set the stage with your body language. You've already got eye contact, the smile, and the second glance confirmation. Now it's time to send a signal, a silent but powerful message before you even say a word. That you're open, confident, and fully comfortable in that moment. How? Through body language that speaks louder than words. Here's what to do. Without making any big gestures, adjust your body so it's facing her. Feet, torso, and shoulders all slightly turned in her direction. Then simply go back to what you were doing. That subtle shift does 2 powerful things.
It shows attention. She'll sense, consciously or not, that you're focused and aware of her. And it lowers pressure because by returning to your activity, you're not chasing. You're just existing confidently. Think of it like setting a stage before a performance. The lights are dimmed, the scene is ready, and the mood invites something to happen, naturally, without force. She can approach, you can approach, or the moment can unfold by itself. Pro tip: keep your posture upright but relaxed. Avoid crossing your arms or fidgeting. Both can signal tension or defensiveness.
Step number 7. Go talk to her. At this point, you've done everything right. Now the window of opportunity is wide open. If she's given you multiple glances, maybe even a small smile, and she seems comfortable in your presence, then congratulations, you've already built the foundation. All that's left now is the actual conversation. This is where hesitation becomes your enemy. Don't overanalyze what to say, and don't try to turn into a comedian overnight. Keep it light, situational, and natural. Here are a few examples. Hey, looks like you're trying to pick between 2 drinks. Want me to make it harder for you? Or, looks like we're both escaping Monday. What's your getaway plan? The goal isn't to impress her in one sentence. It's simply to start the flow. Once the conversation begins, you can build rapport, tease playfully, and see if real chemistry exists. And remember, at this stage, what's there to lose? You've already shown her that you're confident, approachable, and comfortable in your own space. Now it's just about following through and letting things unfold naturally. But before you start thinking you've mastered it all, there's one critical mistake that can undo everything you've just built, and it happens in a single second. When she looks at you and you know she's looking, never jerk your eyes away like you've been caught doing something wrong. That's the instinct of a shy man, and it screams insecurity. Here's what's happening in her mind when you do that. She instantly assumes you're nervous or socially uneasy. Her curiosity drops because you've shown you can't handle even a brief moment of connection. Subconsciously, she labels you as not confident enough to engage. Now, to be clear, this doesn't mean you should stare her down. That can be just as bad, if not worse. It simply means that when your eyes meet, you own that moment. You stay calm, let it register, and then look away on your own terms. Women aren't just searching for a handsome face, they're reading emotional signals, especially signs of confidence under pressure. If you can hold your composure during a simple eye contact, you're communicating far more than you realize. Quick reminder, if you're enjoying this breakdown so far, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to The Manipulated Mind, and share this video with your friends, because the final part ahead ties everything together into a magnetic system you can start using today.
So there you have it. 7 steps that can turn a simple glance into a moment of magnetic connection, and the one mistake that can make it disappear instantly. Gentlemen, this isn't about tricks, pickup routines, or mind games. It's about understanding and mastering those tiny human signals that make women naturally drawn to you without forcing anything. Each of these small steps build on the last. The eye contact game creates initial spark. The smile builds warmth. The voice barrier opens communication. The self-check shows standards. The second glance gives confirmation. The body language sets the tone. And the approach turns it all into action. When you put them together, you're not just learning how to catch attention, you're learning how to keep it effortlessly. Because at its core, confidence isn't about memorizing lines or chasing validation. It's about being centered, calm, and in control of your own energy. You're no longer the guy who second-guesses every look or overthinks every moment. You become the man who owns his presence, who knows exactly what to do when the world gives him an opening. And that, right there, is what makes you irresistible. Now remember this, confidence and control don't mean being arrogant or forceful. It means being comfortable enough in your own skin to let things flow naturally. Women are not just responding to your looks or words, they're responding to your energy.
They sense when a man is comfortable with himself and when he's not performing for approval. That's why when you own the moment instead of rushing it, you create an emotional pull that feels effortless. Every gesture, every word, every glance, they all begin to feel authentic. And authenticity is what builds attraction faster than anything else. Before we wrap up, let's bring everything together. Gentlemen, remember, this is not about chasing every look you get. It's about owning the moments that truly matter. When you walk into a coffee shop, a gym, or a crowded street, these 7 steps are your playbook. They're not magic tricks. They're psychological cues that trigger something deep inside the human mind. A woman's attraction often begins before a single word is spoken. It starts with how you carry yourself, how you hold her gaze, and how you control your energy. If you can master that, you don't have to be the loudest guy in the room or the best dressed. You just need to be the man who's present, self-assured, and in control of his space. Because confidence, real confidence, isn't loud. It's quiet certainty. It's the kind of calm that says, I don't need to prove anything, I already know who I am. That's what the manipulated mind is all about, helping you decode behavior, understand attraction, and use psychology to become the most magnetic version of yourself. Now, if you found this video helpful, do me a quick favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to The Manipulated Mind, and share this video with someone who needs to hear it. There's so much more coming. Deeper dives into female psychology, emotional triggers, and real-world attraction strategies you can actually apply. So stay tuned, turn on notifications, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, remember this: confidence isn't about being perfect. It's about owning your presence and letting the world feel it.